Hello, thank you for joining me. So I'm gonna have a look at some coin magazines that I bought. Now these were magazines I bought from eBay, and they're sort of from 1966. Then they sort of skip over it and then go into 1968. So I'm going to share with you a few interesting things that I found. So let's have a look. Okay, so when we look at the prices of things back in the late 1960s, everything was in pounds, shillings and pence, and that really doesn't mean much to anybody anymore. So we have to have a look, and we need a way of comparing what prices were then to what prices are now. So if you look, or one way of doing it at least, is have a look at what the average wage was back then, and have a look at what the average wage is now, and we can look at what percentage it took back then to buy some of these coins, and we can have a look at what the prices are today to see if these coins were good value or if they weren't good value. But if you look at 1966, for example, the average wage for the year was £798. It works out at, well, we'll look at it weekly. So I mean, I've converted it as £15.35, so that would be 307 shillings. 1968, it would be 344 shillings. Obviously in 2025 we've gone on the new system. The average weekly wage is 726. This is all before deductions, but with these figures we can compare like for like, so we can have a look at the percentage of what it cost to buy these coins back then and what they cost in today's money, so we can have as far as possible a good comparison. So let's have a look. Right, so I'm looking at this Malawi 1966 proof coin made in copper nickel. Now this cost, let's have a look, £2 back then. That's about 13% of a weekly wage back then, an average wage. So in today's money that would be like £95 in today's money. But looking on eBay, you can buy this coin easily for about £15. Probably less than £10 if you wanted to wait around and find one at a bargain price, if you can wait. But yeah, copper and nickel coin, not very good value, I don't think. But yeah, let's have a look. So we got this one, this set here. This is I've actually got this set, and it's very, very beautiful. I've got it in my version's a 1973 set. I mean, the thing with this set is it's made in the Royal Mint, so it's made in this country, and then it's shipped across to the Bahamas, and then the people here have to literally pay the postage to get it back to this country again. I mean, this magazine was in May 1966. Look at when you'll be dispatched. So if you bought this, you'll be dispatched in the beginning of March. So you've got to have a serious patience to be a coin collector back then. You know, this set was £5, 15 shillings and sixpence. Yeah, beautiful set. You know, you got 2 sterling silver coins, 2.800 silver coins, and the rest are just ordinary metals. And there's my set there. They really are beautiful. It's a little bit different, some of the designs, but yeah, they are really nice. Now I picked this set up for about £75. So, you know, compared to what they paid back then, I mean, that Bahamas set, it works out around, it's more than a third of a weekly wage what people paid back then for that set. So in today's money that would be £273. You know, but like I said, I picked this up for £75, and I didn't have to wait nearly a year to actually receive it. Imagine that, ordering something. I mean, if you ordered things, you can't move house, you can't do anything. You're literally just waiting an unbelievable amount of time to get these things. But yeah, it's a nice set, but whoever bought it never made any money on this. Okay, on to the next one. So we've got the Trinidad and Tobago new coinage proof set of 1966, and this cost £4 and 10 shillings back in the day, and given that equates to about 29% of an average weekly wage. So in today's money, that would be about £212 for this copper and nickel coin set from Trinidad and Tobago, made by the Royal Mint. Okay, and was that good value? Well, today you can buy this same coin set for under £20. So there we go. Not the best of value there, I don't think. So moving on to this other one I found. So we've got the Churchill Crown, 18 shillings and sixpence. So that was about 6% of a weekly wage. So if to buy that, I think you're paying really more for the as it says there, the fine quality silk lined presentation case. So I mean, you're paying £44 for that basically. Now you can pick up just the coin for about maybe a couple of pounds now. That's all it would cost. Interestingly though, you've got the same sort of coin, or as it says there, if you can read the writing, so you can buy one sovereign sized piece of gold basically for about £12. So given that your average wage is about what, £15, was it? So it's just under a week's wage to buy something of a sovereign sized piece of gold. So that's held its value pretty good, and probably, given that a sovereign costs about £700 now, if not more, that's probably kept its value and added more value to it. So yeah, buying the gold was probably a very good buy back then. As you can see, if you ordered it back then, this one at least takes the postal orders and checks. Yeah. Churchill Crown, not one I've got and not one I actually want. Right, so this is a magazine from 1968. This is January 1968. And here I'm just looking at the 1967 gold and silver proof set from Canada. A really beautiful set. Now the gold coin there is just over 18 grams, I think. In today's money, yeah, it's worth about £1,600. But as you can see on the price somewhere, it was £26 back then. Now in 1968, that would have been about a week and a half's pay on an average wage. So yeah, they've done pretty damn good on that one, I think, because the gold coin on its own now is worth about £1,600, and that's definitely worth more than a week and a half's average pay now. So yeah, they've done very well there. I mean, I recently bought the obviously I haven't got the gold one, unfortunately, but I do have the silver versions. So I've got the kind of, these are all in 0.800 silver. Very beautiful coins. I think that one there, the 5 cent, that's nickel. Where is it? Yeah, you got the 5 cents a nickel one, and obviously you got the 1 cent that's a bronze. But yeah, they are very nice. But yeah, if you'd have bought that set, then you've definitely made a lot of money. That would have been a very nice set to have. Okay, so looking at something else. So this one I found, which was interesting. So 1967 Haiti silver proof set, and the thing that's really good about this set is the fact that this was 999 silver, and you don't really get any 999 silver coin sets at all. But yeah, this was back then the whole set was £22, 12.5 shillings. So it would have been approximately a week and a half's average pay back then in 1968. So today that would be about £956. Yeah, so you can get the full set for this now for about less than £400 anyway. I actually have the the 5 gourd. I don't know how you pronounce it. 5 gourds, is it, or gourdes? No, this is about 23.5 grams of pure silver. I recently bought this, and this cost me, I think it's around about £30, which I thought was really good, really good value, to be honest. But you know, as you can see on here, the 5 gourdes coin, it cost £3 and 15 shillings. That would have been about 22.5% of a weekly wage. In today's money, £163. So I think personally, picking this up for around about £30 is a pretty good buy, I think. Yeah, there we go. But obviously the people who bought it brand new, not so good for them. Okay, so just have a look at this one. So we've got silver bullion bars for sale. In 1968, you could have bought a kilogram bar for £43, and the lucky people back then, they did not have to pay VAT, unlike today. Very lucky. But yeah, it works out about 2.5 weeks pay, or gross pay, and today that would be about £1,800 of your gross pay. So it's roughly 2.5 weeks anyway. I mean, you could pick up one of these bars for about £1,700, and unfortunately we are paying VAT on them. But in comparison, it's slightly cheaper than what they paid back then. Not much, but a little bit. But as you can see, it's been a pretty good buy over the long run in terms of retaining your purchasing power. Not anywhere close to compared to gold though. Gold was a much better one, I think, and if you bought copper nickel, you may as well have just thrown your money away by the looks of things. But yeah, it's interesting to look at these things. I mean, I'm just looking on the sites now at the prices for kilogram bars, but hardly anyone's got them in stock. Whether because it's Sunday and they don't know what's happening over the weekend with what's going on in Palestine and Israel and all the rest of it, I don't know. But in any case, they're all out of stock. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that video. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.